Primetime. That's the name.
Primetime.
Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime, primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
Why in the world am I sitting back and being quiet about this?
Matt Hayes.
Oh, my God. This is ridiculous.
And Leon Searcy.
If you can't hang with the big dogs, stay on the porch.
How you like me now?
Day 3 of Jaguars practice, and fans are amped and pads are close to coming on as we welcome you into a Florida Home AC Friday. Welcome in. There are plenty of people that were at the Mecca over the last 3 days, including season ticket holders today, checking out everything. And then the two guys to the right of me right here in the beautiful 1010XL studios, which is great to be back in. Big Sirs and our head coach, Dave Campo. Round of applause for Coach Campo back in the building. He's been all over the place doing all kinds of stuff. But both of you guys have been taking in some practice.
Oh, yeah. 3 days in a row, bro.
Yeah.
But the big fella, I'm not going to lie, Wednesday, Thursday, I was good. I was sweating. My back, me and Coach just talked about it.
Yeah.
My back is good when I'm moving.
Uh-huh.
When I have to just sit still and watch, that's when my back.
It starts to lock up a little bit.
So today, the Jaguars graciously let me sit, with the fans in front of a fan and watch the game.
Did they bring you a wheelchair?
No, they didn't. I didn't take a wheelchair. But I told them I struggled a little bit walking from the parking lot over there. My back was tightened up. I said, this is not going to go good.
Yeah.
So I went over there.
Cart.
Yeah, so I went over there and I said, hey, listen, I'm not going to be able to stand and watch. Y'all, yes, of course, Leon, come upstairs with the fans in front of a fan.
That's awesome, but not a wheelchair.
No, I'm not going out like that.
Okay, because listen, because there's nothing, because I got the Charlotte Airport horror story to tell, but there was nothing like Big Sirs in a wheelchair when we were going to Canton.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Remember?
No shame in my game.
Because we went over there. Hey. You had to cover, and Charlotte's a big airport. You had to cover like whatever, 3 or 4. We were going from A to E, whatever it was. And we looked at one of the guys and we said, think you can help the big man out? And he said, I got it.
I remember that. I absolutely remember that.
And meanwhile, Hacker was lugging whatever he was lugging and huffing and puffing.
And he was sweating. He sat right beside me.
That was before Awaken.
Exactly. That was before Awaken 180. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so you got the fan, and you got to be with the fans. Coach, you got to take it in. Look, there's so much energy out there right now.
Well, absolutely. And, I had the pleasure today of standing next to Ian Rappaport for a little while.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, here come the national media because we've got Travis Hunter here.
Sure.
But, there was a lot of energy. I had another opportunity to visit with Coach Campanile, and I really like what they're doing. I think the defense, Leon would agree with me. I wasn't able to make it yesterday, but I made it Monday and today. Mm-hmm. And today, definitely the defense took advantage of it. And they should at this particular time.
And that's always the case when it comes to training camp, to be quite honest with you. The defense kind of, they're the spark plug. They're the energy guys. They're getting after it. But I think on the back end, Coach, those DBs, they're getting after it pretty good. They're not giving away a lot of deep balls. They're deflecting, a lot of handsy type of stuff going on, whatever, as far as stripping at the ball and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think on the back end and on the front end a little bit because the pass rush has been disruptive as well. And it has a lot to do because the offensive line really can't hit guys.
Can't really hunker down.
Yeah, hunker down, get after a little bit. So
yeah.
I think more than likely next week will probably be the equalizer once you get the pads.
Oh, yeah. Hits change everything. We always say it when hits happen. But the other thing is speed on the defense. It's obvious to both you guys.
Oh, yeah. No question. I mean, speed on both sides of the ball.
But I think in particular it's really important on the defensive side right
absolutely.
now.
But, you look at Caleb Ransaw. Man, he made a couple plays today. Antonio Johnson, I'll tell you what, if he could get his stuff right, he's got a chance because he's big, fast, and
can be
pretty
physical.
darn physical.
Mm-hmm.
If he's smart enough and all those intangibles they talk about, that's when you're going to find it out. But I really like the speed on defense. One of them I really liked, obviously Travis Hunter played today.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's going to outrun him. I can tell you that right now. But the thing that really surprised me a little bit was they ran a couple takeoffs with BTJ on Campbell. Couldn't outrun him. So that's good. You know, Campbell, if
needs
he's
to have that
100%,
type
he's got
of
a
year.
chance.
Yeah.
He's got a chance, really.
No, Coach, I was just thinking we were talking about Johnson, being big and physical. At some particular point, doesn't he just need to get out of his own way?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because athletically, he's
because
exactly what you're looking
he looks
for.
the part. He absolutely looks the part. When you watch him outside, when you watch him out there, you're like, man, that's a big old guy right there.
Right.
Why can't he just get it right?
Yeah, it was still a head scratcher because he was the second safety taken in the draft.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was in the 5th round. And so there was a reason why, and maybe it was just because of.
Well, there were obviously some things.
Yeah,
kind of like the same thing with Shador.
Yeah.
Some guys slip with some issues.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, and you hope it's nothing that. With this group, I'll tell you one thing for sure. Look, watching guys like Kaiser and some of these guys they brought in.
Right.
When they say, and I just heard Caleb Ransaw talk on
Jaguars today.
today. They brought guys in that love the game of football. Now, if this guy doesn't love the game of football, he's not going to be out there with this group. I'm confident of that. Antonio Johnson.
Yeah.
He's got to prove that that's who he is, and he should, just like you said. I mean, he's got everything you're looking for.
Yeah, because at some particular time, how long has he been here now? It's been
This
Will
is
be his third year.
third year. I mean, with his size and his length and his athletic ability, he should be ascending.
Yeah, something missing.
It's something missing in that because you can't have all the intangibles that he has and still be, kind of status quo. He should be elevating. His career should be elevating right now.
Right.
I always say by year 3, I'll know everything I need to know about that player. If he will be a mainstay where he is, or is he
really
going to elevate? Is he going to elevate to greater heights?
The same thing goes with, I believe, obviously, I was a coach for 46 years.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, from what I've seen of this group of coaches, it's going to be a much more disciplined defensive football team.
Yeah.
When you watch Green Bay on film, the first thing that sticks out to you with Campanile is the discipline. They're a disciplined football team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sometimes you can force discipline on a guy. Mm-hmm. If it's been a case of the coaches not getting after Antonio Johnson and making him accountable, if he doesn't make himself accountable, somebody's got to make him accountable or else he's not going to be here. So I'm hopeful that the change in venue is going to make a difference with some of these guys that are going for it. Harrison, I'm hoping that's going to be a change at tackle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just by a different mentality of everything.
Yeah. Listen, I was talking to Big Bo yesterday, just in passing by, and he was like, Big Sirs, we're going to be tough, and we're going to be physical. And when you say discipline, that means that they're not going to beat themselves.
Right.
That's what it means. You're not going to beat yourself.
Right.
I say it all the time, mistake-free or mistake-prone.
Yeah.
Who are you?
And the thing you asked originally is energy.
Yeah.
I believe the energy obviously is showing up out there, but I believe energy shows up in the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where we have been missing. I told Campanile today, I said, look, when I watch your teams, they were disciplined. They were a 4-quarter football team. Mm-hmm. I said, that's what's been missing here with this team.
Right.
And he said, we're working it. We're working on it.
And what you have to do, Coach, is how do you make a team better in the fourth quarter? You got to put them in stressful situations and let them fight out of. You can't coddle them.
Right.
You got to put them in stressful situations and see how they fight their way out of it. And it's got to start in training camp.
Yep.
It's got to be a start in training camp where you put them in stressful situations where they got to get a 3 and out, and you got to get off the field. That's the only way they become mentally strong in the fourth quarter, by doing those type of things.
Look, we keep preaching one-score games. That's what the NFL is. It is essentially a 3 to 7 point spread almost
every
all the
week,
time. Yeah.
every game almost.
Yeah. And so the two that you can compare, and it will drive you crazy, is Kansas City won a ton of one-score games. Right. Jacksonville lost a ton of one-score games. And so if you flip that script, I was looking at one of the betting odds, Hard Rock, with all their future bets and everything is so cool, but one of them is the number of points that a team is going to score. They're projecting an over-under number. Mm-hmm. They're projecting right now, and Vegas is doing this too, around 22 points a game. That's over 3 touchdowns. If you can get there, because this team was in the teens. Yeah. That's where they were.
Yep.
But if you can get plus 21 in points and then knock down, don't be giving up 26 points and stuff like that. Knock that down, a field goal or 4 points. Next thing you know, you're in a 24-21 game, right? Mm-hmm. That's what you need.
Yeah. And you're talking about KC. The reason why KC is so good in the fourth quarter because they don't flinch. They don't flinch.
No.
They don't freaking flinch because they've been there so many times and they've seen themselves succeed. So that's what this team has to get used to. You have to get yourself in positions where you're in the fourth quarter and you make it happen. You come away with those wins. So now it becomes second nature to you. The reason why the KC, they don't flinch. You know, listen, the best thing I ever saw last year was when Tampa Bay was playing Kansas City, and they went into overtime. Mm-hmm. And Patrick Mahomes and Baker Mayfield were at the coin toss. And the coin went up, and it was tails, and it was Green Bay. And Baker Mayfield rolled his eyes like, it's over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
he knew it.
Yeah.
He knew if you gave Patrick Mahomes the ball, and he's going to score. He rolled his eyes like, man, this is over.
Yeah. And that's, honestly, those that are equipped with confidence, as well as everything else that they've got, which is, can I make the play? Hell yeah, I can make the play. That confidence will get you over the top every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really will. All right, so we got plenty of training camp talk. You guys jump in, 641-1010. Hit the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We will definitely get into it today throughout the show. We'll see if we can fit in as many of our ACC kickoff interviews. The one we're going to play coming up here in just a second is Brent Pry, and we talked to him yesterday afternoon, Virginia Tech Hokies, and there are plenty of Hokie High fans here, but also Bashal Tootin. That's the guy that he coached that is right now wearing a Jags uniform. So let's play that coming up. And then you guys, I know you had to see a little bit of him over the days that you've been out there. So we will do that coming up. Florida Home AC Friday. You want to get kind of in a good mood when it comes to heading into the weekend. Give us some good rock and roll suggestions. 641-1010. JJ, I think it might be kind of an Ozzy kind of day, correct?
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So we'll play plenty of Ozzy, but if you guys got any song suggestions, tribute to Ozzy Osbourne, one of the greats. We lost Hulk. We lost Ozzy this week. So definitely come in with those. 641-1010. Hit the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number One Duval Ford, the number one place to buy your next vehicle.
Hi, I'm Mike Detke.
I'm Jeremy Mincy. I'm a Monty Toomer.
You're listening to 1010XL.
1010XL. 1010XL.
92.5 FM.
Big Number One Duval Ford is trusted by Duval families, Duval businesses, and law enforcement across Florida. We're Jacksonville's largest Ford dealer by new Ford sales with the biggest service facility to keep everything in your driveway and in your fleet on the road. Shop Big Number One Duval Ford on Cassett Avenue for our low prices and nationally recognized service-first experience. Big Number One Duval Ford, proudly serving North Florida since 1916.
Ready to add some value to your day? The everyday deals at Sonny's have got you covered. Right now, you can get the pork big deal for $10, the pork and rib combo for $12, all you can eat ribs for $19.99, and our new loaded barbecue potato for $11. Available all day, every day. And that's why it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
First Coast, I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and my knee was getting worse, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Denny Thompson here. Look, don't get left in the dark. We're all trying to reason with hurricane season, so at least be prepared. For top-of-the-line generators in Jacksonville, I turn to Tyson. Licensed pros at Tyson deliver reliable, whole-home standby generators and provide fast repair service. They even do custom installations for local businesses, so don't wait. Ensure seamless installation and peace of mind. Call Tyson now, 904-762-1000 for a free estimate on generator services. TysonInc.com.
Final days. Diamonds Direct Summer Showcase ends this Sunday, but there's still time to make it unforgettable. Get an extra 20% off almost everything. Engagement rings, wedding bands, earrings, gold jewelry, tennis bracelets, and stunning fashion jewelry. Plus, this weekend only, top designers from New York and LA are live in store with exclusive collections you can't find anywhere else. The sparkle, the savings, the moment. Don't miss it. Only through Sunday, only at Diamonds Direct. Appointments are filling fast. Get details at diamondsdirect.com.
Put the ball in the net with 60 minutes of soccer talk. The Coaches Show presented by Sporting Jacks. Cole Pepper, Sporting Jacks head of soccer Mark Warburton, and Sporting Jacks women's coach Stacey Baylor. Tuesday evenings at 6 on 1010 a.m.
Ready to ride the waves? Best Bet St. Augustine is turning up the heat with our Summer Splash promotion. We're giving away over $40,000 in cash and prizes, including a brand new 2025 Yamaha Wave Runner. From now through August 8th, every hour you play poker or table games earns you an entry to win. It all leads up to the grand prize drawing on August 9th. The more you play, the more chances you have. Don't miss your shot to make a splash this summer. Visit bestbetjacks.com for all the details. That's bestbetjacks.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
The best game day parking in all of Duval is at Tailgaters Parking. Are you ready for some football? Tailgaters is just steps away on the east side of the stadium. Visit tailgatorsparking.com and secure your season parking pass today.
It's a battle for the playoffs as your Sharks take the field this Saturday. Kickoff at 7. Tickets start at just $15. Discover the thrill of indoor football. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and full of family fun. Try the new 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 food vouchers, and a $20 gift card. All for only $100. Get tickets at jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. 904-621-0700.
Prosser here. Ask about the Sharks 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 food vouchers, and a $20 gift card, all for only $100. It's Military Appreciation Night, presented by True Vet Solutions. All current and former military can purchase a special buy one, get one free ticket deal. Join us on the field after the game for a jersey auction and autograph session, sponsored by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectible. Tickets start at just $15. Call 904-621-0700. That's 904-621-0700.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Just some great sound, some great rock from Ozzy Osbourne, that's for sure. Black Sabbath, you can go anywhere you want. 641-1010. JJ the DJ ready to crank it out, but there will be plenty of good, feel-good feelings about Ozzy Osbourne. So do that as we go along today. Real quick thought from you two, because we're going to play the conversation I had with Brent Pry, coach of Virginia Tech. We talk Hokies football first, and then we get to Bashal Tootin. But what did you guys think? What have you seen? Again, it's been a few days, and we don't know what a running back's going to look like until the pads come on. But anyway, what you've been able to see.
I mean, when I've seen him carry the ball, I mean, the kid's fast. He is fast, low to the center of the ground. I mean, I think there was a situation today where him and, like, Travis ran side by side, and I don't know if Travis would have got him.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah,
Really?
I'm just saying.
He can fly.
He can fly.
Yeah.
He can fly,
And
bro.
he's carrying over 200 pounds with 4.3 speed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like him. I think if he holds on to the football, and obviously that's something that people have talked about a little bit, that he's been a little bit prone that way of not holding on to the football.
Mm-hmm.
If he holds on to the football, I think he will definitely be a factor this year. Now, I think ETN has looked pretty good. Obviously, they have run the ball more in these 3 days, and I saw them all last, year. So they're going to run the football. Bigsby's looked fantastic. He's exploded. He's put his foot in the ground, but nobody's as fast as Tootin.
No.
I think he might be the fastest guy on the whole
I
team.
believe he's a couple tenths faster than Tank.
Yeah. All I know is they had Caleb Ransaw on today on Jaguars today, and they asked him who's faster, and he gave them three guys. And Ransaw said, I'm the fastest, but I'm not sure Tootin isn't the fastest.
Yeah, because both of them are in that 4.3 range.
Yeah,
They're both sub 4.4 and both carrying a good frame on them. That's
absolutely.
for sure. All right, so let's hear what Brent Pry has to say about his team and then also about one of the newest Jaguars.
It's the start of football season for the Atlantic Coast Conference. ACC kickoff in Charlotte. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234 on 1010XL.
ACC kickoff live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Joe C. and we got Big Cersei back in Jacksonville, and we're going to say hello to head coach Brent Pry of the Virginia Tech Hokies. I got to scream, Hokie, 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 hi, because there are plenty of, like the original mascot for the Jacksonville Jaguars is a diehard Hokie. He was the mascot
You're
up at
kidding
Virginia
me.
Tech. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Curtis Dvorak, and he's probably listening right now. Anyway,
cool.
One of the Jackson DeVille's in the Mascot Hall of Fame, so that's his claim to fame. But he's a big Hokie fan. So welcome in. How you doing?
Doing well, man. It's a great day. When we get to this point, not only is it's exciting just the talk, to be able to speak about our team and the promise of things, but it also means we're real close to the season.
You got
kicking
that
off,
right.
So.
Yeah, you got that right, and that means they're going to be knocking heads. They're going to be in pads pretty soon. So some of the goals that you set for yourself and for the team this offseason heading into 2025.
Yeah, we needed to be more physically and mentally tough. We lost a bunch of close games down the stretch, and just felt like we needed a little more gas in the tank.
Yeah.
A little more grit to kind of close out some things, and we'd have a few more wins, had we been able to do that. So we want to make sure this offseason that we fixed that, which we did. We've had a really nice offseason. The guys have doubled down on team, on accountability. They're invested more than they've ever been. So I'm excited about the promise of this team.
We're talking with Brent Pry, coach of the Virginia Tech Hokies. Do you feel like you might be a member of the SEC because you open up against South Carolina and Vanderbilt?
Yeah. What's crazy is you come be the head coach of Virginia Tech. That schedule's been set for 10 years.
Yeah.
But, it's a great opportunity for our team. A lot of respect for the SEC, but I also love the ACC.
Yeah.
I think we got a great conference and a rare combination of academics and athleticism and great climate and great traditions and really good talent. But when we step outside our own league, we got to go play these folks, and we got to win some of these games.
Yeah, in Jacksonville, we can't help it. We do SEC versus ACC all the time because there are diehard Noles and Gators and Canes and Dogs and so on and so forth. But you got that Beamer tie with as good as Frank was, and I love that man. He was a great man and still is. But you know what I mean as a head coach. And then Shane down in South Carolina.
Yeah.
That's a nice litmus test for you guys coming out of the box.
It really is. Shane's done a nice job. They came on strong and finished well. Got a dynamic quarterback. Got a heck of a edge rusher. Just a good team. Like they've gotten that thing where, and he's doing it the right way, and he's gotten it to where, they're a team that's a top 10 caliber type team, and so we're excited to line up against them, and it's a good measuring stick for us. It's a great opportunity for us, and it's something that we've leaned into some this summer.
Right.
Big stage, national TV, 3:00 in the afternoon on a Sunday, be a lot of eyes watching the Hokies.
Oh, yeah, because I look at the lineup, and that's a killer Labor Day weekend for fans like us, and I'm chicken wing and cold ones, that weekend. I'm not getting off that couch.
Yeah.
We're talking with Brent Pry, coach of the Virginia Tech Hokies, and Kyron Drones is a guy that you definitely are counting on. You need that multifaceted quarterback. Yeah. How has his offseason been?
Yeah, it's been, Kyron is tough as nails. And he's battled through a couple of injuries, but he's had a good offseason. He's 100% healthy. A healthy Kyron Jones and having him for 12 games is good for the Hokies.
Yeah.
I want that for Kyron, but it's good for us if we can keep that joker, taking snaps.
Yeah. Now, when you look at the competitive nature, like you said, the mix of everything you guys have in the ACC, I like where we're going. If we can get Virginia Tech is a brand.
That's right.
We know the other schools that have been there and competing. Do you feel like in the NIL world, the portal world, you're equipped to continue to compete?
Yeah, we've been competitive in those spaces, and we'll be fully funded from a rev share standpoint. And obviously, football is king at Virginia Tech. And, there's a major investment in football. But, a strong Virginia Tech is what the ACC needs. It's a strong Florida State again, a strong Miami. I mean, for the league to be what it can be, those brands need to be winning. And some of them are taking steps, and we've been formidable at times, and we lose to Miami on the last play of the game last year, and so we're close. I think this is our best team coming back, and I'm excited about the opportunities we have. But Virginia Tech is a tremendous place with tremendous people, and this team we have is much closer to what I hope for Virginia Tech football.
Yeah.
The vision for what you want it to look like, this group is much closer.
Now, you lost one guy. He's in Jacksonville now. We need to bring up Bashal Tootin, who's one of our running backs. He was a fourth-round draft pick for the Jags. And I tell you what, Coach, Liam Cohen comes in. He really, really created a great run game last year in Tampa, and they lived and thrived off that play action.
Yeah.
Bashal gets to come in and lend some more to that run back room. Give Jaguar fans an idea of who they're getting.
You're going to love this guy. His demeanor, his attitude, his smile. He's got a real subtle sense of humor. And I'm going to tell you now, in the game, on the field, this guy, the way he runs, the way he cuts, he's going to run over you, he's going to make you miss, or he's going to outrun you.
Yeah.
He's capable of all three. I always joked with him that he came out the womb to be a running back. He was one of them guys truly born to be a back.
Yeah.
And in year two, he really needed to work on pass pro. He needed to make sure his ball skills were where they needed to be. And he did that.
And
there was
ball
big
security,
improvement.
too.
Ball security, very coachable. So, and honestly, played hurt for 3 or 4 games this year. Had to wear a brace and didn't let it bother him, didn't let him slow him down. He's a pretty special guy that way.
Well, he has a chance. Travis Etienne is the starter. Tank Bigsby's got a chance to move up, and I think most people are looking at Bashal with an opportunity, especially, like I said, with that offense, to get out in space and make some things happen.
I agree.
He's 4.33?
He is a legitimate 4.3.
Yeah. And carries himself pretty well on the football field.
He does.
Well, listen, you carry yourself well in that beautiful orange pinstripe. I don't know that I could pull that off, man. That looks pretty dang good. Listen, Coach, best of luck. We enjoy it. Hokey, hokey, hokey high.
Appreciate you, brother. Good luck to you guys as well.
All right, Brent Pry, coach of the Virginia Tech Hokies. Trust me, fellas, because Cersei would he was dressed to impress back in the day, okay? Suited and booted is what he would always say. But Brent Pry was rocking a orange and maroon pinstripe suit.
What?
Yes.
That's gangster never. That's
it was, and I'm telling you, it was like the NIL, the money they're going to spend on football versus the other sport. That was 90% orange and about 10% maroon.
Okay, all right. Had a little pocket square.
Oh, yeah.
All he needed was a hat and a cane. He good to go.
And I'm pretty sure there might have been a pinch between his cheek and gum, okay?
Not mad at him.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Virginia Tech, I would expect it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. But I mentioned ball security to him because that's the one concern, and you certainly can coach him out of that. But Bashal Tootin, you don't want to see that part as a rookie coughing up the football.
No, I think that's a little bit of a concern. But the thing is, to me, I think the one thing that they are doing defensively here right now is, we didn't have very many turnovers with this team on defense. And so when you watch them out on the field in the team periods, they're punching and grabbing and pulling, and they're gonna give that's good for our running backs. Because they obviously, and the receivers. That's how you learn that the NFL is a little different than college football. Not quite as much emphasis in college football as there is in turnovers in the NFL.
Yeah, and it's just like anything else, Leon. You have certain things that you got to do, that you have to do well, and then if a coach picks up on anything that you have weakness-wise, they're going to call attention to it, and they're going to try and figure out a solution for it.
Right.
Yeah, well, it was interesting that the coach said that his second year, he had to work on him as far as protections go. I mean, even 18 when he came in, when his first time started, he struggled.
Yeah.
I mean, he was still, squaring up on those linebackers. He was giving shoulders and all that. You can't do that in this league. No. You got to square up and take a guy out if he's blitzing the way he's blitzing. So, I mean, that's something that he's going to have to work on. All the running backs going to have to work on.
Speaking of that, I've had a situation in Dallas. I wasn't the head coach at the time, but we were playing Houston, down in Houston.
Right.
And Emmett, to go in to win the game, fumbled. Okay? And after the game, I saw a newspaper.
He didn't cough it up very often.
No. And I saw a newspaper article, and one of the players for Houston said, man, we worked all week of going after the ball. He always carried the ball in his right arm. Didn't matter whether it was going left or right. So we were punching that right arm all the time. And that, that's what happens. You gotta pay attention.
Right. That's scouting. That's picking up on tendencies.
Absolutely.
And it's taking advantage of them.
And in the red zone, especially, when Etienne fumbled that ball in the red zone that first year, everybody closes on you so fast in there that you're not, looks like you got clean sailing. All of a sudden, two of those safeties are on you. So you really have to pay attention to it.
Now, Coach, tell me if I'm wrong. Now, when you do that scouting report of that running back and running the ball, sometimes the defense players said, don't just tackle him, keep him up.
Yes.
Keep him up so
somebody else
somebody can come behind him and strip that ball.
Yep.
So most of the times they have these conversations in meeting rooms that like, hey man, listen, when you swarm them, don't take them down right away. Keep them up so somebody can come behind them and strip the ball.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, we'll keep it going. Jaguar football, you guys out at training camp. We got a handful we want to get in with. More Hulk Hogan requests off the text line, especially R.I.P. Hulkster. We'll have some of those sound bites, great sound bites from Hulk Hogan before the day is done. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. Tom McManus buckles his chin strap as he joins Lauren Brooks and Taylor Dahl for the new Helmets and Heels.
I just love man in uniform.
Catch the pros' point of view afternoons 2 to 4 on 1010XL.
Make a statement this summer with luxury. Experience the art of progress at Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Jacksonville. Choose the sleek and powerful G70 or the versatile and refined GV80 SUV that's designed to elevate your journey. Enjoy exclusive summer offers and flexible financing. Showroom on Atlantic Boulevard or learn more at genesisofnortheastjacksonville.com for all life's journeys. Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Jacksonville is here. Welcome to the family. Offer subject to change. See dealer for details.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
If your house feels like a Florida swamp and your thermostat's just throwing out suggestions, then it's time to call Duck Duck Air Conditioning.
They showed up fast, fixed it right, and even cleaned up after. My house is finally chilled, and so am I.
Whether your AC needs a quick fix, a full replacement, or just a little TLC, Duck Duck Air Conditioning has got you covered with fast and honest service. Call 904-862-6769 to get your cool back, or online at duckduckac.com. When your AC is stuck, call the Duck.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On July 25th, 1956, Pittsburgh Pirates' Roberto Clemente hits the MLB's first and only walk-off inside the park grand slam.
This is Joe C. from XL Primetime and stoked to crank up the 9 after 5 once again at the Golf Club of Southampton. Every Wednesday, a little after 5, the gang at Southampton will be hosting us with a new game, and I'm inviting you to be a part of it. Now, through the summer stretch, break up the week with a little hump day fun every Wednesday. Call 287-PLAY to get on the tee sheet. There'll be food afterwards and prizes, including playing for a membership at the Golf Club of Southampton. Call 287-PLAY and hit the tee with Joe C.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Summer means fun in all forms. Longer days and more chances to soak up the sun and the fun. Budweiser and Bud Light reminding you to drink wiser. Hydrate between beers and don't sweat it. It's the best way to get home safely.
You'll always feel good when you send someone a Kuhn Flowers floral plant arrangement. This is JJ with 1010XL, and no matter what the reason, Kuhn Flowers has always come through for me. Order online at KuhnFlowers.com.
Maxed out on credit cards, struggling with high interest debt? You could pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. Hey, it's Prosser here. Get cash out now without touching your low-rate first mortgage. No appraisals, no waiting, no BS. The Rapid Equity Loan Program at Loan Pronto is amazing. One Loan Pronto client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. They paid off debt, renovated their kitchen, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,800. That's a huge turnaround. Instant approvals, low rates, no hard credit pull up front. That's Loan Pronto. Listen, your home equity is yours. Use it. Get cash to consolidate your debt down to one easy, low monthly payment. Call Loan Pronto now for a free instant appraisal for your home and see how much cash you can get today. Loan Pronto is an A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have nearly 2,500 5-star Google reviews. Call now and start the conversation. Go to loanpronto.com or call 999-1508. That's loanpronto.com.
Hi, folks. Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Ever wonder what to do with leftover paint that you don't want? Here's a few options. Paint can be placed in the regular trash if it's dry. Simply stir in kitty litter to a thick consistency. Then wait a few days with the lid off till it dries. Also, if the paint is good, there's many charities or churches that would love to have it. If you'd like more tips or have a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative, here to share with you an actual client review.
Dude, these shirts are sick.
Check out the shirts and other sick promo items at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily think it was a bad day. It's just we didn't make any plays. You know, like we got a ton of opportunities to make plays when the ball's in the air. We got to make those plays. And whether it's ball placement, whether it's, you know, making a play when the ball's in the air, it's got to be ours. So, you know, I thought we ran it pretty well at times today in terms of just getting on the right targets and hitting the runs the right way. So it was a balance, but more so I think they understand that we got to go make those plays.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
That is pretty simple. One side wins on every play. You know how it goes, and that's Liam Cohen, your head coach, courtesy of Jaguars.com after the practice today, just basically saying that you got to go make those plays. And we all know that, Leon. You got to make those plays. You got to create enough in the run game to be successful.
See ball, get ball.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah. Defense forced
don't
turnovers.
Don't take anything from the defense. Now, that back end coach will tell you, those DBs was playing some ball the last 2 days.
Yeah.
This was not a good day for BTJ.
Nah.
Yeah.
He had a number of opportunities that he needs to make, and he didn't make.
Right.
Now, they all do that. I mean, I've seen Michael Irvin drop balls, too. I mean, and he never dropped one in a game. But he's dropped some footballs in his day.
And look, practice is there for a reason, to create some polish. That's for sure. All right, we look around. If you're on YouTube now, you see we're 4 wide. Okay, Matt made it back from Vegas after an interesting.
I'm a little disappointed that Leon was the only one who had faith in me.
I did.
Listen, we
I'm
put
the only one
money
that said
in.
He said you'd be here.
You'll be here. Yes.
We put money in.
It's commitment.
Yeah.
It's football season. It's
now
commitment.
Now we're buying lunch for him.
I may or may not be wearing the same clothes that I wore yesterday too. So.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Listen. The airline, just real quick. So you just didn't make a connection. They didn't
the
make it
initial flight
possible.
from Vegas, the red eye, was like an hour and 15 minutes late.
Yeah.
So so we left there late. Didn't make my connection, which would have gotten me here in time to go get my dog, pick him up from the pet paradise, bring him home, take a shower, come back and start the show.
Yeah, but that didn't happen.
No, that didn't happen.
All right, where's the pupster right now?
He's still there.
He's still there.
He's not happy. I can guarantee you that.
No, wait. I had my dog's kid and play, and they used to go to Pet Paradise. Yeah. They spoil them pretty well.
Yeah, of course.
No, they definitely do.
No,
they definitely do. But if you got a dog, they'd much rather be with you than with.
I don't know, bro.
Sometimes they're like, "Hey, pops, I'm good." Okay.
Yeah, not this guy.
Yeah. This is puppy daycare. I'm pretty happy right now. I get more treats from these people than you've ever thought about giving me. So mine. Okay. So you just the way it worked, they didn't line up the connections.
And we're getting off the plane today. We got back a little early to Jack's, and I got in the end of the plane because I had, I wasn't on the flight initially. I only got whatever seat was left.
Right.
And I don't know if you noticed or not, but the last 6-7 rows of the plane, those people when they're getting off, they're just taking their time. At one point, they were letting the cleaning crew in.
Well, it's so funny because you say that.
They were allowing the cleaning crew in. Oh, please, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, go!
Yeah. You say that. We're waiting for, it's just like anything else in airport travel. You're waiting for a plane to show up, and then that's the plane you're going to get on. And like you're saying, they got to clean it and whatnot. But anyway, you see people coming off the plane. You're like, all right, this is good. This is good. This is progress, okay? It won't be long before we'll be on there. Anyway, you see a bunch of people come out. And then there's 2 or 3 minutes that go by.
It's a big lag.
That's the last 6 or 7 rows. That's what I'm talking about.
No, but this happened 3 different times. I'm like, then another pack come out. I'm like, well, that's probably it. Another 2 or 3 minutes.
I kid you not. At one point,
another pack comes out.
At one point, a dude said, "Wait, is that my bag?" I mean, come on, man. You know that's your bag. Grab it.
Yeah. So it was interesting to say the least. And we talked about this with our airlines and whatnot. And it's safe to say that it doesn't matter what level of airline you're talking about. You think you got the brands, right? The too big to fails, and then you got the other startups and whatnot. They can all screw it up.
I will write a travel book one day. There's no doubt.
Yeah, they will all screw it up.
Well, you had one yourself this week.
Oh my gosh! Right? All I know is that I got to the airport at 5:15.
Charlotte.
Charlotte Airport 5:15 for a 7 o'clock flight. By 6 o'clock, it was delayed till 9 o'clock. By 8 o'clock, it was delayed till 10:30. By 9 o'clock, it was canceled. And then they with really no other options. Okay, right. It's not like the airline I was on had a whole bunch of other flights you could rebook on. They said, next one is 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Like, no, I ain't doing that. And so anyway, go to Tampa. Land in Tampa. We don't leave Charlotte until after midnight. Land in Tampa at 1:40. Uber to Orlando from Tampa.
What time did you get to Orlando? Like
3:30. Sun comes up as I'm pulling in the driveway.
Well, I mean, you had to get here.
Yeah.
Because if something happened to me and I couldn't do it.
Yeah. It was just nuts.
Me and Coach, baby.
That's going to be Leon running the show.
Would have been the hurricane show.
That's going to be, yay, JJ.
I appreciate you, JJ.
Me and Coach would have rode this pony.
Yeah.
Coach?
Absolutely.
Telling hurricane stories for 2 hours.
Well, and I have to admit, though, not as good as Matt or Joe.
JJ.
I have to admit that.
Play that,
No doubt, no doubt. JJ.
What's up?
You the man. I appreciate you.
There it is, right?
That was like even Shannon, right?
Is that how we're
I was
signing
told
off?
to wrap it up. That's how we sign it off, babe. I'm new to this game. Huh?
All right.
You got to give me a couple more reps.
That was beautiful.
This is like, all right.
Yeah.
Guess
We were
we're
on
on
our
the
way
show.
to Army Navy that one, and we were leaving
Right.
Stark on a hustle. From the Sonny's barbecue there. Shannon was right there. Remember Shannon was hanging out with you?
Yeah.
Shannon Snell, the great lineman / pit master. That's for sure. All right. So just a couple things left over, Matt, just coming out of the Big Ten Media Days and coming out of the ACC kickoff. And heck, as you can imagine, like Matt writes for USA Today Sports, and they love to kind of grab one or two headlines that might be kind of earth shakers for the college football fan base. And there's more and more chatter. North Carolina and Clemson may make a play for the SEC. And I'm like, this is such an old.
It's a message board post
It's
on
just
a North
such
Carolina fan site.
And someone picks up on it and tries to make it. Like Bill Belichick won the day yesterday, okay? Engaging, non-hoodie. So much attention was surrounding him. He was polite to the media, gave thoughtful answers to him, and then they want to come out with this stuff about whether or not UNC is going to try and bolt to
It
the
was
SEC.
that North Carolina is exploring the idea of going to the SEC, which is sort of like Florida State is exploring the idea of the Big Ten. Only one problem: the Big Ten never said anything to them.
Right. No one's exploring them.
Right.
Okay.
And here's another thing too. If down the road, 6-7 years down the road, if you get to the point where the ACC implodes, then I think the SEC is very interested in North Carolina. But they didn't get more money for Texas and Oklahoma. They got pro rata. They're not going to. Do you think ESPN's going to give more money for North Carolina?
No, it's it's a good brand, but not a must-have brand.
Yes.
Especially in the game of football. You get it. You get it both in Duke and North Carolina on the basketball court and in football. North Carolina has the potential to be that. We'll see what Belichick ends up doing with them. But yeah, it's a brand that could be a skyrocket if they get the right guy.
If the ACC implodes in the early 2030s and Clemson and North Carolina are available, I think the SEC would go after them. Yes.
Yeah. Then they'll be looking at stuff like that.
Maybe not even Clemson because South Carolina South Carolina would be push against that big time.
Mm-hmm.
But they may not have enough heft because they're not really an original member.
Right.
So,
they came in and basically looked at it like, okay, we're now part of the club when South Carolina came in, and they don't necessarily, like, I agree with you, the heft is a good way to describe it. They just don't carry that much weight when it comes to keeping the other one.
Right. Georgia and Florida can definitely.
Georgia
and Florida can say no, not happening.
Yeah, would carry weight against FSU trying to get in, if that were the case. But heck, I just came out of it like, I know expansion is inevitable. Can we just quit talking about it for right now? Okay, it's close to ball time.
That's just some guy in a message board doing it, and then everybody's following it. It's no different than Florida State thinking they're going to go to the Big Ten.
Yeah,
but it was just a bigger deal with Florida State.
Yeah, and I don't know whether or not. I came out of yesterday, the thing I enjoyed more than the idea of maybe Clemson or UNC moving was that Brian Kelly referred to Clemson, South Carolina as Death Valley Jr. Okay, that's what I liked. That was the swipe that he took. Brian Kelly's either confident or a little nervous.
He's either like crazy confident, which he sounded like in SEC Media Days in Atlanta. I mean, he was talking big about his entire team, both sides of the ball. You know, we're where we need to be on the lines of scrimmage. We're really excited. It's the best talent I've ever had here. He's saying all this stuff. Then he takes a little shot at Death Valley. I mean, that's. I'm starting to almost think he might be whistling through the graveyard a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I take from it.
Yeah,
I mean, unless they go in there and win 30-7, then we're gonna be like, whoa.
Well, I don't. Defensively is what I think most Bengal fans in the Bayou are concerned about.
Well, they got Harold Perkins back.
Yeah.
They got Patrick Payton, the kid from Florida State, who when he's playing and when he's serious,
but did not have
a very good player.
Yeah, he did not have a very good year last year.
They got the Florida transfer, the kid from Bowles.
Yeah.
Jack Pyburn.
Yeah, Pyburn.
So, I mean, they've added some pieces. They're much better in the secondary this year. They've added pieces. Let's put it that way. The week 3 game against that Florida going there, that's going to be a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Great game.
Yeah.
This gave Dabo ammunition. That's all. Team meeting.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like the Seminole rap.
Well, he just kind of blew it off, but he'll use that.
Absolutely.
But you know what, though? I've always meant to ask you this. So, like, you hit any kind of smack talk and everything. I mean, once the first play happens, that stuff's over, isn't it?
Doesn't matter. You still got to play the game.
But it still does.
But you know, it makes you want to do that extra rep.
Yes,
run
there you
that
go.
extra gas.
Makes you prepare a little better.
Well,
Yes.
you were talking about what Jimmy did.
Yeah, what Jimmy did in '88. You know, after coming off the national championship, you know, we're in the team meeting room, and Jimmy walks in there. Well, first of all, he doesn't smile. All right, but he's shaking something. Like, what the hell is he shaking? All right, it's like this is back in the day, a VHS tape. He's shaking, he sits down, and when he sits down, he says, "Gentlemen, I think there's a team out there that doesn't respect the fact that we're defending national champions." And he just pushed the tape in, and it's the Seminole rap. It was always a Seminole rap. And
what was the Seminole rap?
Oh, it was terrible.
It was awful.
Was it worse than Uh-Oh?
No, Uh-Oh was a classic. Similar rapper.
But they both had the same effect. Because you guys annihilated FSU and the Titans.
But understand this. You got to understand this. Uh-Oh came out during the season when we finished 14-2, and then beat the Dolphins half to death, 62-7. So there was some accountability.
I don't disagree, but both ended up having the same effect.
No, because the Seminole rap, the Seminole rap, we played them the first game of the season.
At the start of the season.
And they were preseason #1. We beat them 31-0.
I get that, but you know we've had Blaine Bishop on the program, and you know he said that fired them up.
So we still had to play us.
It does go back to what we said. That is fuel. Wherever you find
preparation,
your fuel.
baby.
And I play well.
Yeah.
you can't help it if Reggie Barlow dropped the punt, right?
I can't help that, you know, what's his name? McNair was stiff arming our defense.
Oh, my gosh, that guy was so hard to bring down. But we'll get a couple of sound bites. Cade Klubnik and Peter Woods, both of them at least had a little something to say about Brian Kelly calling it Death Valley Jr., so we'll get that coming up. We head into the 1 o'clock hour, XL Primetime. Are you hanging out?
I'm hanging out.
Hanging out?
Listen, I've only got so many days left in my life. I got to stay here.
That's exactly right. We need to tell them what's up with you coming up in the 1 o'clock hour. Florida Home AC Friday right here on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford.
I just want you to meet some people and find out whatever you can about them.
What type of people?
Dangerous, dirty, tattooed, uncivilized. Your kind of people.
1010XL.
This is Jennifer Marion at Randy Marion Cadillac. Are you ready to drive away today in luxury? Then you should check out Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville.
Discover our luxurious lineup with over 100 Cadillacs to choose from, including the stunning Cadillac IQ, Lyric, Optique, and Vistique.
And here's something important. The $7,500 tax credit on EV vehicles will be gone in just 90 days.
That's right. Don't miss your chance to save while driving in style.
Visit us at Randy Marion Cadillac.
Plus tax tag Title 999 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Hello, all you Jacksonville sports fans. Don here from Taco Lou. If you're in the mood for some great tacos, cold Dos Equis, maybe even a sip of some fine tequila, then the Lou is calling your name. Come out to Jack's Beach and experience what many have dubbed the #1 taco in the 904. There are plenty of great taco joints in town, and we're proud to have been around for this long, and we have only you, the fine people of Jacksonville, to thank for helping us grow and become who we are today. Cheers to you, Jacksonville, and thank you from the Lou crew. Taco Lou in Jacksonville Beach.
Joint replacement surgery is always a tough decision, but relief from chronic pain may be just around the corner. Dr. George Barra here, and there's a lot to consider to make sure you get the proper diagnosis and best path back to the range of motion and mobility you had. Age, lifestyle, and overall health all play a part. Let the team at Barry Orthopedics give you a full analysis to help you make the best decision. Log on to BarryOrthopedics.com or call the office to make an appointment. With offices across Jacksonville and ready to help you feel good again, we'll get you back on the road to recovery at Barry Orthopedics.
Hacker here, fresh back from vacation. You know, it's interesting since I started my Awaken 180 journey. You know, in the past, when I would go on vacation, it would just be a total free-for-all, right? Eat whatever's fried, this, that, or the other. But Awaken 180 not only has helped me lose over 100 pounds, it has changed my mindset on food. I eat healthier now because I know and I understand how good not having that excess weight feels. When I talk about Awaken 180 weight loss being life-changing, it is. And all different aspects, including things I order and things I even enjoy to do on vacation now. Awaken 180 has changed my life for the better thanks to all the weight it has allowed me to lose and now to keep off. If it's time for you to lose weight like it was for me, do yourself a favor and go to awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800. Change your life with Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Who says there's no free lunch? Join me, Hicken, and Jaguar and Gator legend Fred Taylor for free food and football talk Friday, August 8th at Alhambra Theater. When you hear this,
Bye-bye. Brock Marionville chasing a 90-yard run.
be caller 28 to win a pair of tickets to a free lunch with Fred. Doors open at 11. Jags talk, Gators talk, football talk, including a 1-hour Q&A with Freddie T. And we're buying you lunch. Stay tuned for this sound.
Bye-bye. Brock Marionville chasing a 90-yard run.
To win your tickets, courtesy of Jesus Hyundai and Genesis of Jacksonville on Atlantic.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about letting things roll off of your back. So often we can make big deals out of things that are not really big deals. We can allow them to steal the joy of our day. But let me remind you that don't allow anyone or anything to steal the joy of today. Go out today not letting little things steal the big things that God has in store for you.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Need or want cash? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
Storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save 15% on roof replacements and repairs now through July 31st. And financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
The playoff-bound Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp are in full swing at the newly renovated VyStar Ballpark. Your home for affordable family fun. Tickets start at just $5. Fireworks after every Friday home game and kids round the bases after Sunday games. Log on to jackshrimp.com for tickets and details. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball, affordable family fun.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. 2 Jacksonville Jaguars made it to the NFL's top 100 player rankings. Josh Hines-Allen came in at number 63 on the NFL's top 100, and it was announced that wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. is checking in at number 61. Thomas would finish the regular season with 1,282 receiving yards. That would be the third most among wide receivers. Also cashed in on 10 touchdowns while averaging almost 15 yards per catch. Hines-Allen recorded 45 total tackles with 19 quarterback hits, 10 tackles for loss, 8 sacks, and 2 pass deflections, and forced a fumble during the 2024 season. Right now, 90 degrees at 12:59. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
man, he's a hard coach. He coaches you to get better, and he just keeps it truthful with us as far as like telling us our rights and our wrongs. But you know, honesty, that only builds you. That doesn't break you. So I mean, he's a good coach, for sure, and I love him.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
The words of Caleb Ransaw, who's now in position to command some playing time on the defensive side of the ball. He was talking about his defensive coordinator, Anthony Campanile, saying he coaches the guys hard. He said, but honestly, it'll build you, not break you. I love that saying, as he was on with Jaguars today with Mike, Tony, and Tommy Mack. And Campanile is a guy, Coach, you said you talked to him today. He's a guy that I would believe most players that you coach would say, hey, Coach cared about us. He made us better. Yep. You were straight up honest with them, and you taught them. You were a good teacher, and it sounds like that's the same thing with me.
I believe that's the guy, and I've had a couple of conversations with him. I had one today with him. I'm going in next week, and I'm going to sit down and watch tape with him.
Yeah, cool.
So it's, I like him because when you talk to him, he talks about, like I said to him, I said, watching your Green Bay teams, the one thing that stuck, I think I said it earlier in the show, actually, that the discipline on the football team showed, right, on the defensive side. Well, he didn't even answer that. He said, yeah, we had some great young men there. And, so he understands that it's not just me doing the coaching, it's the guys he's got around him. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a real positive quality, and I think it shows with the players.
You agree with that, honesty?
Yeah. Now, I was going to ask Coach this. Coach, I mean, when a defensive coach is hard but fair, and he tells the truth, I mean, the players buy in once they see success as far as turnovers and all that other kind of stuff, and start winning some games, right?
Yeah, I think that's the key. And I think right now everybody's in his corner because obviously we're all fired up. Mm-hmm. It's what happens when it gets going. But I for some reason, after hearing that first thing we heard from him.
Oh yeah,
back when he first got hired.
Everybody understands an ass whooping.
I have a feeling he's not going to change much between now and the end of the season. I think if the players like him now and they think he's transparent and tough and cares about them, I think that's going to carry over.
I mean, we talked about this in minicamp and in OTAs, the way he coached those guys, you could tell it's different. But I still got to go back to, I'm not sure about the actual personnel on that side of the ball.
Yeah, well,
like he could get them to play at their ceiling, but even if they're playing at their ceiling, I'm not sure they're a division-winning defense. How about that? Let's just put it that way.
We're going to find out. And one of the things we're just talking about is, when Travis Hunter is on offense, when the special teams come out, Ron Milas, the secondary coach, and Campanile are right with him.
Right.
And they're talking defense. They're setting him up. Here's where, this is going to happen. All those kind of things. So my point is, I think this team has got, this coaching staff, I think, has the idea. When I was coaching, the nickel position, for example, is a special position. You don't find many guys that do anything else but play nickel. That's what they do. It's a specialized, it's half a linebacker, half a DB. Well, whenever the special teams were going, we would take the nickel backs, even if it was a second or third string nickel back. If they weren't on the special teams, I was over there coaching the nickel position. That's what they're doing. Mm-hmm. So I think they understand, this staff understands that every single minute of the practice counts. Whether it's a walkthrough, whether it's when everybody's working, nobody's standing around, everybody's working.
No wasted reps.
Exactly.
That's the one thing that I can appreciate. Even though when I'm watching the offensive line over there, what they're doing half line, they're working on get-offs, they're doing the medicine ball punch and all this kind of stuff. They're constantly working. There's nobody with any reps off. Because in this game, you can't afford to miss reps. You can't afford it.
And be purposeful with everything you're doing, because that lag time it'll make you comfortable, and I think they want to create that intensity that you need to be sharp every moment of whatever it is that we're doing.
Yeah.
So you're sharp when it counts.
And this could be I'm taking a shot at the old regime or whatever. It was like a water cooler out there sometimes because I was just sitting back there saying, why are these guys? Why are they taking time off? Yeah, get them in there and doing something.
Yeah.
Separate them, separate them with tackles and guards and centers, and let's get some reps.
Yeah. I mean, no more Club Med, huh?
Exactly. No more, at the water cooler talking about, whatever the hell they talking about over there.
I
love camp time because Surf gets so annoyed at camp.
Yeah.
So annoyed.
He does because he takes
because
it
it's
back.
not. It's right. It's not anything close to what he went through.
Full pad Fridays, 4-hour practices, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I think everybody realizes. I heard Jeff Lagerman talk yesterday, and Jeff made the comment that, he doesn't necessarily, and he's a worker. I mean, Jeff, right? Jeff was a worker.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Jeff doesn't necessarily want to go back to where it's 2 a days, 1 a day, 2 a day, 1 a day for 6 weeks.
Right.
But it's just what we're talking about. Every single rep you take in this period of time is probably better physically on everybody because you're not hitting all the time. But you got to make every rep count, just like you're talking about. It's a shorter period of time. But if you're supposed to, the offensive line, you better do everything you're going to do on Sunday. Yeah. You better do in that practice some way, shape, or form.
You got to also remember, Coach, back in those days, Lagerman was our rep, all right? So he had to call on TC many a times.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because TC, we were already doing 3.5-hour practices and conditioning and all other kind of stuff. But he was our union rep, so he was a player in our union rep.
Yeah.
And him and TC, they collided a lot of times because TC, he wanted to push the envelope, and Jeff was like, Coach, you can't do that. We already did that yesterday.
Yeah.
It was classic. I love it.
And what's advanced so much more now, which it's got to drive a coach crazy. If he had a setting where he could keep pads on for a long period of time. Now, once you get to the season, you basically can forget about them.
Yeah, because trust me, TC wanted to keep pads on all the time.
Yeah.
And Jeff was like, Coach, you can't do that, Coach.
TC thought he was back in Beacon Hill.
Exactly,
BC,
bro.
Yeah. But I get it. And so, like I said, purposeful. Everything's got to be like with great intent and all that stuff. And you got to be really organized. And I think at least what it looks like Liam Cohen's doing, and Coach, you probably know this better than we do as far as organizing the practices and whatnot, is just trying to make sure that tape is on them, okay, because everything's being recorded, and then they can go back and they can do a little eval and then coach off of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're what they do right after practice is they go in and they watch the tape, and then they have a walkthrough. And the walkthroughs are 10 times more important today than they were years ago when you did a walkthrough. Just because of time constraints.
Yeah, walkthroughs are almost like what full pads were in back in the day. Yeah.
You got to make sure that you're getting something out of every second that those guys are in that building, that they have to be doing something that's going to be happening on Sunday. That's the key. I was talking to Bucky Brooks.
Yeah.
He was talking about the discipline of the football team. And I said to him, they haven't played a bunch route right until this year. He said, absolutely. He said, I could never figure out what those defensive guys were doing. They were making so many mistakes.
So you're feeling good about the bunch route?
Yeah, I'm feeling better about them. I haven't seen enough of them yet.
All right.
Well, and the other part of it is that you can't. Two different coaching staffs struggle with this.
Yeah.
You can't. That's the part I can't wrap my head around. We're talking NFL level coaching.
Yeah. 3. Even at the end of Marone, they couldn't cover a bunch route.
Well,
either.
yeah, maybe. I'm just trying to go back, and I'm just thinking of Caldwell for 2 seasons, Nielsen for 1 season. It might have been that. It might have been the case then too. But whenever they did come in with the new scheme, particularly when Mike Caldwell came in, they were going to really be aggressive coverage-wise, and then they put themselves with just way too much man, put themselves in a really tough spot, and if you don't have any pass pressure, you can kiss that man coverage goodbye.
Plus, since 17, A.J. Bowie kind of went down quickly. Jalen got out of town. What have they had a corner since then?
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, not really. No. And Tyson Campbell sat down with Hayes Carline, and I like what Hayes asked him. He said not every, but a lot of your teammates are saying you're having a great offseason in camp, so on and so forth. And Tyson now knows he's got to be that guy. They have to be change agents in the secondary, force mistakes from the other guy throwing the football.
We say this all the time. He is the prototypical corner. If you are putting together a physical corner, that's what you want it to look like. It's him.
Before you got here, we had a little bit of conversation on Campbell, and I'll repeat it again. One of the things I really liked about practice today was BTJ took him deep a couple times. He ran right with him. So if he can run with BTJ,
he's 6'1",
he can run with
long,
anybody.
He's thick.
Yeah,
he can
absolutely.
run. He can tackle and run support. He's exactly what you want from a corner.
Absolutely. And length. He's got everything you're looking for.
Yeah.
It's just got to, obviously he's got to stay
healthy.
Stay healthy, yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to do that, unfortunately.
So you're saying all-pro year this year?
I'm saying availability. That's all I'm saying. Just be
stay
17.
healthy. Yeah, stay healthy. But I also think I think he wants to put a claim on how people view him because he is, like I said, last year he was around the ball, around the receiver a lot
when he was on the field.
Yeah. But just around him a lot, and then just didn't quite come down with the ball or affect.
But that's been his MO his entire career. He doesn't make the final step. Doesn't take the final step. Doesn't do enough to actually make the play.
And that's experience, I think, is what the key is.
And I want to see if that coaching changes that part of him, because we said physically, when on the field and healthy, he does everything.
He has the potential.
Yeah.
If he plays to his potential to be a top 5-7 corner in the league.
But you can't have 2 seasons with 1 pick.
Right.
I think he's got 6 in his career, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know the total
5
number.
or 6 in his career, I think is what it is.
But I'm trying to remember the total number of games he's played over the last 2 years. Bottom line is he hasn't had a pick since the contract, and he only has had 1 over the last 2 seasons of play. So that obviously has to change.
Well, I mean, does interceptions really legitimize the DB anymore? I mean, because we're not seeing a plethora of interceptions by one corner anymore.
Don't let him off the hook, man.
No. What I'm saying is, if he could be impactful on plays in the red zone, or
PBUs, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. But you know what? That's the thing that I think Saban said that a couple years ago. It's not only about sacks. It's affecting the quarterback. Don't give those guys an excuse out, man. Sacks are big plays. Picks are big plays, right, Dave?
Okay, but I also don't think it's an excuse.
Forced fumbles are big plays.
They change the game.
Yeah.
The change agent, which is what I like to say, is that in their sudden change plays, those are massive when you do get to hand the football back. But let's also not dismiss what all those other pressures and all those things.
No doubt about it. But my point is, I think we get, and by we, I mean not only the media, I think coaches do this too. I think they fall into a little bit of a trap of, he doesn't have sacks, but he's really pressuring the quarterback.
Yeah, I've said it. You've heard me say it.
He doesn't get the big picks, but you know what? He's there. He's there in cover. I don't want to hear that anymore.
So you're saying you got to get home?
Plays, yes, make plays.
I can live with that.
I agree with that.
Speaking of Saban, this is at least worth of that, just for a little fun.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
So, Nick Saban, the chatter came out of SEC Media Days last week when Greg McElroy said something in a very...
He'd heard from a source.
Yeah, in a very lighthearted, and he didn't even say source. He just said people...
No, he did say source. He said
people I believe are in the know. Yeah, it's not like a source. You know how that goes, reporter. And so
he was on our show and he said it. He said the word source.
Yeah. I'm trying. All right, we'll have to go back and look. We can find that. But anyway, he basically said it wasn't anything major that he was saying. He wasn't reporting. It was just a comment that he put out there.
He backed off it. Yeah. And I love Greg. Greg does an unbelievable job. He backed off it, I think, because somebody called him. And I don't think any of us has any doubt who called him and said no.
Yeah. And so, well, anyway, earlier today, Nick is doing a hit on national TV and whatnot, and they're asking a question about whether or not he's going to get back into coaching. Lane Kiffin has come out and said he thinks that he could get back into coaching. Anyway, this is a great Saban line. I never really had a thought about getting back into coaching until 2 days ago. Miss Terry and I had to run the sweeper in the entire downstairs. While I was running the sweeper, the thought occurred to me, when you were a coach, you had a heck of a lot better job than this. So that's the only time I considered it. So he just loves it.
How about the West Virginian to him?
Yeah.
He calls a vacuum a sweeper.
Yeah, the sweeper.
Love it.
Yeah. And he goes, I'm not going to be the Alabama or any other program's coach again. So.
But there's this thought process that if the Browns once again are terrible, that he goes to the Browns.
His name is going to be
with
mentioned
Arch Manning.
Everything.
He would not with Arch Manning and
he would
and
not
Haslam. They know each other. He and Haslam.
Yeah, Jimmy Haslam.
Yeah, so it's
Flying J or whatever he is.
That's the next kind of
It's a good juicy rumor.
Rumor. Yeah.
It's like I joked with Dabo. I said if I would have said you were going to be coaching in the same conference with Bill Belichick and Bill O'Brien, for that matter, it would have been the American Football
NFL.
Conference.
Yeah,
true. But the reality is too, these guys say things and then the next year it's completely different. Dabo said, if we ever get to the point where we're paying players, I'm out.
Yeah,
and guess who's still there?
Yeah, sharing $26
Y'all
million.
might be joking, but Nick Saban, when he was a D coordinator with the Browns,
They
had.
They were real deal.
Their
man.
defense was real.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Yeah.
He's a good football coach. There's no doubt about that.
All right, we'll keep it going, mixing in a little college football talk, Jaguar training camp, other storylines around the National Football League we will get into as well. Let us know what you're thinking as far as what you think Campbell can do on the defensive side, what you think Campanile can do effect-wise as the coordinator. Just bring it our way. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures or jump in the YouTube chat.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies.
Joe, I'm afraid I'll have to take your badge and gun.
Joe Cowart.
Captain, if we could just please. I don't want to discuss it.
Weekdays 2 to 4.
Hand him over.
On 1010 XL.
He believes there's probable cause to believe. You're not a police officer anymore, Joe.
Leon Searcy here for Male Excel. Your grandfather was stronger at 50 than you are at 40. Why? His testosterone was 30% higher. That's not genetics. That's life wrecking your hormones. Stress, chemicals, and sitting destroys your T. Male Excel fights back with personalized testosterone and thyroid optimization. Over 100,000 men are winning again. Start with your free access at trymaleexcel.com. You deserve it. Your family does too.
Hi, I'm John Haney from Clearwater Gutters and Drainage. After heavy rains, the problems are obvious. Mulch blown out of your beds, water standing around your foundation, and that fancy new crater back behind your bushes. Let Clearwater Seamless Gutters help you solve the problem spots.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters. And drainage too.
Find out more at clearwaterjacks.com.
Is your backyard ready for the big leagues? Pick it here for Surfside Pools. Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, they have the home field advantage. Family owned and operated, offering weekly pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools make your backyard dreams a reality. Are you ready to float happy? Visit SurfsidePools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, your hometown MVP.
License number CPC 044080.
Lauren Brooks here from Helmets and Heels. Circa Resort and Casino has two epic pro football contests, Circa Million and Circa Survivor. Circa Million, pick 5 games weekly against the spread for $1 million grand prize. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no spread. Last one standing wins $15 million. Enter at any Circa in Nevada, play anywhere. Sign up for either and get 50% off a 2-night stay. Helmets and Heels will be live from Circa in Vegas on August 22nd. Full contest details at circasports.com and the 1010XL homepage.
This is Hayes Carlyon for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. The online banking services are outstanding. So easy to use, depositing checks through the mobile app is fast and efficient. I also go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Sometimes you agree with him, sometimes you don't.
On the runway, I'm coming in hot.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
The 2025 NFL season is just around the corner, and we can't wait for you to be back at the bank. Your Jacksonville Jaguars are starting off the preseason going head-to-head with the Pittsburgh Steelers Saturday, August 9th. Be at the bank as the Jags take the field for the first time this season and grab your tickets for a 7 p.m. kickoff by going to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you soon, Jags fans.
There's certain places if you go in, they got what you're looking for, like Gate Convenience Stores and Cold Modelo's. That's the ticket. Or get on the craft side of things with something from Bold City or Sweetwater. Hit the cooler at Gate. Full of choices and all of them good.
Got a clogged drain that just won't quit? It's time to bring in the pros. Duck Duck Rooter.
I called Duck Duck Rooter for a clogged kitchen drain. They showed up fast and had it cleared in no time. No mess, no stress.
We've seen it all. Grease clogs, hairballs, mystery goo from the deep. Whatever's blocking your pipes, we'll get it flowing again. Call 904-862-6769 now to schedule your drain cleaning service. That's 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com. When you're stuck, call the duck.
David here with Royal Pest Services. It's back. Our summer Centricon Termite Special. New installs begin as low as $249. And if you have existing Centricon, but your renewal is through the roof, we can transfer you to Royal at no cost. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to schedule a free estimate.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
So apparently Roger Goodell's gotten involved with our college football world. At least that's how I'm viewing this. Michigan will open up their season next year on the road against Western Michigan. It just so happens it will be in Germany. Do you think Roger Goodell might have gotten a hold of some of this?
I don't know, but those
to spread the football fabric across Europe and now in college form.
Those 18 teams in the Big Ten literally spent 3 days just ripping the SEC for what they thought was they're not playing 9 games.
You mean that other conference?
Right,
Yeah.
they're calling them that other conference. They don't play 9-game conference schedule, and their non-conference schedule isn't any good, which is laughable because the Big Ten is way worse.
Yeah,
but you're telling me Michigan's going to go all the way to Germany? They're not going to play Florida State or anyone, West Virginia. No, Western Michigan. They're going to play out there in Germany. I'm sure the local fans there are going to love like 49-3.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
I can't imagine how something like that is going to brand college football across the pond.
Well, it's going to bring Michigan money. That's why they're doing it. Yeah, but it's like I looked at the Ireland games, and Georgia Tech went over there not expecting. What a game that was!
Yes, it was a great game, and they haven't had it every year. It's kind of been broken up just a little bit, but they are now bringing another one back, and so we're going to see more and more of this because of the dollars. Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean now Michigan is playing Oklahoma this year in the non-conference.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like if you're going to do something like that, at least make it a game.
Yeah.
Make it a game like worthy of traveling like that, of going out there for a week. And,
I agree.
Make it worthy of that moment.
But I think will Germany, in terms of football fans, will they think this is any different than any other college football rivalry game that they have to where more people would show up?
Are you saying will the European mind understand that it's a
Michigan
great team against a god awful team?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. Whether you would have the big rivalry game here versus a big brand game like that across.
JJ, what's the level under championship division in soccer? It's Premier Championship, and then what's the third level?
League One, which is the third division.
Right.
Is League
So it's
One.
kind of like it's a Premier League, an elite
really
Premier League
stupid in
team playing a League One team.
Yeah, like we said, we're throwing programming up so you can get eyeballs on it earlier in the day.
Right.
Spreading the
No,
brand.
I get it. Do they ever do exhibitions like that, JJ, where a Premier League team will play a League One team?
Yeah, not only that, they have like a cup competition in the middle of the season where sometimes those smaller clubs will beat the bigger clubs.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on.
Like Ted Lasso.
Like a little App State? Is that what you're saying? Like App State beating
exactly.
Michigan?
Or
Wow.
like a Jacksonville State beating a Florida State or something.
I was just
You
thinking
had to
App
throw
State.
that one in
There's a
there.
good one.
Appreciate
It
that.
was closer to home.
Hey,
If memory
it's
serves.
the game in you, bro.
Here's an
That's the
example.
cane in you, bro. The cane. Appreciate that.
All right, let's hear from both Peter Woods and Cade Klubnik on the Brian Kelly Death Valley Jr. Comment. And you could tell that they both kind of had some talking points on this bad boy. But if you didn't hear it, Brian Kelly Jr., or what am I saying? That's so funny.
Brian Thomas.
Yeah. Brian Kelly was talking
Dave's
about
buddy, Brian Kelly.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's tiger on tiger crime. It's Death Valley versus Death Valley, and he's talking a little smack. And so you could tell
He was basically just saying that LSU is the real Death Valley. Is what he was
exactly.
Yeah.
And look, this has been an argument that's been going on forever. Clemson fan very familiar with it. LSU fan very familiar with it. But it is fun to go back and forth, especially when you have a high-stakes game like this. Anyway, Peter Woods is a talented cat, going to be a first-rounder if he plays well this year, because he and T.J. Parker and those guys on the front are going to be really, really good. 6'3", 305, Leon, and he looks like he can move and has good skills to play inside and come off the edge. Anyway, here's his comment or answer back to Brian Kelly calling Clemson Death Valley Jr.
I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but you can't make up your own facts.
It's
and
true.
So, Google works, research it, but at the end of the day, on August 30th, we will play the game. Whatever today is, we're not playing the game today.
July 24th.
Yeah, or whatever day he said that, we're not playing the game on that day. And so, it's just words at this point.
He got a little fired up, and I like that.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. I love good smack talk, good banter before the season. Well, I listen. I remember people used to say, "Watch your mouth, save your teeth." All right, so Brian Kelly, be careful.
Yeah, Klubnik had something sort of.
Yeah, here's
similar
Cade, and
to
you can
say.
tell they at least had that Google talking point. But here's here's Cade Klubnik on it.
I don't know. Maybe people needed to go do some research. Go look it up. Go look up which is which, and that's it. That's all I got to say.
But I think what we're all going to be treated to is a great game.
That's right.
Yeah, and
that's what really matters, man. You can do all the talking you want, but at some point you got to go put the ball down.
Yeah,
and that's what really matters. You got to go put the ball down and go play the game. So the game's not going to be won in this conversation right now.
Spot the ball, as the great Billy Napier would say.
You're right, as the rare Billy Napier would say. Yes. I look. I mean, before even when Clemson got in the playoff last year, Clemson they turn your head at all? I mean, Clemson was just all right. It's Clemson.
They got better and better though.
They got,
and they looked good against Texas.
They got better, but they certainly were still miles away from what Clemson used to be.
Yeah,
right. Especially in the game against Texas.
And then they just got a big lead on SMU and held on basically.
Well, yeah,
that's what they did.
Great finish to that game too.
Yeah, and then they got in the playoff and they got exposed.
Yeah. And it's because, again, this goes back to Cade Klubnik. There's a ton of pressure on this young man. He can be good. He can be really good, but he's been uneven, and we've talked about it a ton. He's got a chance to obviously be the quarterback that people are talking about if they come out. Him versus Garrett Nussmeier, 2 first-round picks. They're going to be battling it out.
Yeah,
that's a good
if
opportunity.
Clemson wins that game, it's going to be because their defensive line is going to wreck LSU's offensive line.
Yeah, T.J. Parker and Peter Woods. Peter Woods, 4-time state champ in Alabama. So that kid, Alabaster, they play some ball there.
Now, if LSU goes in there and just destroys Clemson, I mean, what does that do for Brian Kelly's mystique?
That might be a little problem for the ACC if that happens.
I know, bro.
Well, because the SEC versus the ACC, that argument will rage on. The ACC knows they need to pick off.
I want to know who's making that argument.
They've been doing it forever, since the beginning of time.
Like the ACC commissioner?
No.
Like, who is saying that the ACC is as good as the SEC? I
think
their coaches say it all the time.
Okay, but that's...
Yeah, they're
not.
players.
My team is in the ACC. I think that's insane to say.
Oh, it is.
And so is every Florida State fan says that.
Yeah, but they'll take those one...
Like, who are these
JJ,
people?
It's the sport of arguing. Come on.
But who are these people arguing? I hear SEC people say, like, oh, the ACC people. Like, who? I don't hear it. I don't see it.
It's the coaches.
Okay.
It's the coaches.
It was Georgia Tech giving Georgia a game. That type of stuff.
Sure, like when
Clemson
happened.
beat South
But I'm
Carolina.
saying there's nobody.
Now, so this
that
is a while ago.
claiming that the ACC is better than the SEC.
This is 11 years ago when Georgia Tech beat Mississippi State, which was the first ever number one in the playoff poll in 2014. Paul Johnson was crowing about it for I don't know how long.
Yeah, you ride that wave.
Yeah, of course you
and
do.
Clemson beating South Carolina, that's the ACC.
Every time
over
Florida
the
State
SEC.
beats Florida, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And had Georgia Tech beaten Georgia last year, which they very easily could have.
You think people would have said that the ACC is better than the SEC if that would have happened?
I think it would.
Who?
I think it would. Players and coaches.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not who I'm talking about, man. Players and coaches are so full of it.
Yeah.
Like, and they lie.
Right, but they're actually in the game, though. They're actually on the field playing the game,
But
too.
they're liars to the media.
Yeah, here's
you
the
know,
whole-
like no one,
Here's
no
the whole
one
point.
thinks that.
Yeah, the SEC is dominant over the ACC.
Yes.
Period. But it doesn't mean that those fans won't talk whenever they can, whenever they have one that they can say they got.
Yeah, that's right.
And in particular, Clemson over South Carolina on a regular basis.
Well, we clipped one last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would never say that the SEC is not as good as the ACC because of that.
I did that week.
You absolutely did that week.
And
The
we'll
week
do it.
after, he absolutely
You're asking
believe it.
who?
He
The
didn't
guy down
believe
the end of the end of the table here saying it.
He didn't believe it.
I was embellishing.
And you will do it going into this game
Oh,
again
yeah,
this year.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right. So speaking of the SEC, I got one more that I'll throw at you coming up here in just a second. It is XL Primetime Florida Home AC Friday, the official AC partner of the Jaguars. Make them yours as well. All you got to do is dial 777-4300 and get that tune up or make sure that AC is running right.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
You're here because you know something. What do you know you can't explain? Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you want to know what it is?
1010XL.
Sun's out, savings out. That's what the summer is all about. Hurry to Kia on Atlantic this month to maximize your fun in the sun. Make no payments for 90 days and drive new Kias starting under $20K. Plus, it's easy to shop for new Kias when you know we have financing rates starting at 0. Take advantage of the sunniest time of year and drive away with the sunshine savings from here. Online at KiaOnAtlantic.com. Kia on Atlantic, your Kia Coastal Connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
Ready to add some value to your day? The everyday deals at Sonny's have got you covered. Right now, you can get the pork big deal for $10, the pork and rib combo for $12, all you can eat ribs for $19.99, and our new loaded barbecue potato for $11. Available all day, every day. And that's why it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Hey, Hicken here, or just call me Dreamfinders Danny. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down that rate and get in the game. You heard me right. It's 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
I'm Hammer and Hayes Carline, and I've been known to drop an opinion like a 2-ton hammer. Weekdays on The Frangie Show.
Hammer Time with Hayes on 1010XL. Driven by Kia on Atlantic. Check us out at KiaOnAtlantic.com.
Your home is more than walls and a roof. It's where you breathe, drink, and power through life. At Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to keep it all running smoothly. From clean, cool air to clean water, reliable power to expert plumbing, we do it all. For over 35 years, families have trusted Donovan to make their homes healthier, safer, and more comfortable. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing today. 904-270-COOL, where health meets home.
It's a battle for the playoffs as your Sharks take the field this Saturday. Kickoff at 7. Tickets start at just $15. Discover the thrill of indoor football. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and full of family fun. Try the new 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 food vouchers, and a $20 gift card. All for only $100. Get tickets at jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. 904-621-0700.
Prosser here. Ask about the Sharks 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 food vouchers, and a $20 gift card, all for only $100. It's Military Appreciation Night, presented by True Vet Solutions. All current and former military can purchase a special buy one, get one free ticket deal. Join us on the field after the game for a jersey auction and autograph session, sponsored by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectible. Tickets start at just $15. Call 904-621-0700. That's 904-621-0700.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and Triumph has branched off from on-road to off-road. Give us the latest on what they've got.
They've got the 250 and the 450. Rick Carmichael designed these bikes himself, and they are bad to the bone.
So you're talking about a really cool effect from a bike off-road that Triumph had on-road forever.
It is, and it's out there winning races, and it is fun to ride.
Check it out, Cycles of Jacksonville, their showroom on Atlantic near Regency, or online on their Facebook page.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental. With light sedation for cleaning, then deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, 2 locations in Jacksonville.
When storms start to crop up in the Atlantic or Gulf this time of year, having a solid plan to handle anything that sweeps through the First Coast is very important. That's where American Electrical comes in. Ensure your home's safety and comfort with an American Electrical home generator. As the area's leading home generator dealer and installer, American Electrical can offer you easy installation, simple maintenance, and peace of mind. Schedule an assessment by simply calling the team at American Electrical. They'll walk you through the best generator for your home or business. Log on, american-electrical.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, my takeaway is I've been out to camp now 3 days in a row. All right, I've liked what I've seen. There's been a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, both sides of the ball getting after it pretty good. Individual period has been all right, but I'm about tired of it. Wait, I need Monday to come real soon. All right, I don't want to call it ballroom dancing or in your pajamas, but that's what it is. Essentially, it is. You'll know everything you need to know about this team come Monday, baby, when they put the pads on.
It's
grown folks stuff.
Everything.
Changes everything, baby. If you want this team to be physical, it starts Monday. How they get after it. That's how they're going to be measured. Can you get 3rd and 1? Can you stop 3rd and 1?
Yep.
And I like what this coaching staff is doing. I like what they're doing as far as keeping guys involved in reps, emotionally, physically, all that kind of good stuff. So Monday, I'll be front and center, baby, because that's my kind of party.
Well, depending on your back.
What Michael Singletary say? Oh, this is my kind of party.
Yeah.
This is my kind of party.
Are you going to be with the fans and a fan on Monday?
No, I'm going. Listen, I'm gonna get the bag right over the weekend because I need to be in. I need to be.
You need to be close.
I need to be close. I need to see everything.
Yeah.
Every hit, every blow.
Can't wait.
Brandon's got to work in that back for a couple days.
I'll be all right. I'll be all right.
All right.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, my takeaway is that they've run the football in practice more than I saw them a year ago, which is dear to my heart because.
For the last 3 years? Maybe?
Yeah, well, whatever. But all I know is if they can run the football, we'll be a better football team next year. This year, I mean. If we can run the football, that will make us a better football team. And I feel good about it.
Yahtzee.
My takeaway is Bayshore. That's all ETN and Rock are hearing right now.
I think
they're hearing.
Yeah.
He's gonna win the spot. He's gonna be their back. He's the fastest guy on the team. He's got a little wiggle. He can run over you. If ETN and Rock had any kind of intestinal fortitude, you're gonna see it Monday.
Well, I think they've got it. And I do think, look, we said Tank gives up 0.2 of a second, something like that to Bayshore. He's cat quick, which is great. But at the same time, you still need to protect the football. You still need to be physical as all get out, which is Tank. And then
Protect
I do think
the quarterback.
And then that pass pro is real.
Huge.
And I do think that ETN in this offense is going to have some success. We're talking, there's not going to be 70% of the time inside run. Not. And especially with when we change from gap blocking to zone blocking, we'll know a little bit more big when the pads are coming on.
Yeah, you can. Listen, you can't when you run gap blocking, you can't run and hide.
Yeah,
because everything is
it's all in front of you, man.
It's one-on-one blocks, it's double teams, it's going after linebackers, it's pulling, it's trapping, it's toss cracks, all that kind of stuff. You got to be grown.
Yeah,
you got to be tough. You can't fake tough when you run that kind of.
I don't mind between the tackles. The reason why between the tackles is so bad the last few years is because they couldn't block.
Well, yeah.
If you can block, then between the tackles is it not, Dave?
Oh yeah,
that's where you run the ball.
Yeah, I look at the power game. It's off tackle, but it's not hand the ball straight ahead. It's you got guys pulling and kicking out, those kind of things. I think that's what.
And just think about how insane it is if they ran it 70+% of the time in between the tackles, and those three inside weren't good.
Yeah,
that's kind of my point.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is your point.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go where we're not good instead of trying to kick it outside and be a little creative and do some
so
other
if
things.
Makari and Hainsey and whoever wins left guard, be it Cleveland or Milam, if that's a different situation there this year, then I think you can do a little inside stuff.
And the interior of the offensive line is going to be doing a lot of down blocking, pulling around, a lot of trapping, a lot of double teams, and a lot of single block. Yeah, bro. You ever go down on 350? I told you what made me retire. Huh?
You gave him the funk and nothing happened.
Albert Haynesworth when I was with the Dolphins. We scrimmaged against him. I gave him the Cersei funk.
He just looked at you.
No, I gave him the Cersei funk, and I hit him.
You pulled.
No. I went down. The center came around, and I hit him with everything. He didn't go nowhere, but I was falling backwards. I was looking up at him while I'm falling down. I was like, okay, I'm done.
I thought it was when they asked you if you wanted to play guard.
Well, I was playing guard.
Oh, that was
playing guard.
Okay,
yeah.
well, no kidding.
Yeah, I was playing guard with the Dolphins. That's what did it.
You gave him the funk and it didn't work.
It didn't move. But I went backwards. I say my career's over.
All right, now, perfect segue, because this man's career is not over. Okay, but there's news out there. We have to address it. And Coach Campo, who we love as part of XL Primetime and part of the 1010XL family, you have news, Coach. And they're asking on the text line. They want to know what's going on.
Well, all my children have left the area.
Yeah.
And we had a family reunion, and my wife, who I love dearly and followed me around for 43 years, brought up the subject of getting a little closer to the kids. So I guess it's my time to follow
Payback.
my
Mama
wife,
Bear.
Kay.
Yeah.
And
This whole time I thought we were your new kids.
Right.
listen,
I thought we were your
listen, when Joe just said that, I almost started crying.
Yeah.
This is my team here
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
It's mixed for me, but we're going back to Dallas.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be staying with y'all on the phone, whatever. And we're going to, obviously it's a little bit like going home for me because I was there for 18 years. And we'll see how it goes. It's mixed for me. I do want to be around my children and grandkids.
Yeah, of course.
But I got out. My wife really didn't that much. We have church friends and stuff like that.
Sure.
But we still have a lot of friends in
See, that's the good part.
That'll be
is
nice,
you're not going somewhere you're not familiar with.
Right, exactly.
Very nice.
And so you're going back and you're going to kind of plug back in to that community. And you were, like you said, part of Dallas for so long. But anyway, Coach will still be part of XL Primetime. We will still do Campo and Joe. That's the beauty of
virtual
technology. And we're just going to get on StreamYard and we'll do it at least once a week. That will give time. Coach time to look at he's got to get the all 22. Okay.
Of course.
He's got to break it down.
Yeah.
And so we will make sure that he's still part of it. But listen, round of applause right now for Coach and everything he's done for us. And like I said, we love him and all the fans out there love him as well.
Thank you.
That's for sure.
We love you, Coach.
Yes,
What's your last actual in the studio show?
Well, I haven't looked at that, but I'm leaving on the 27th of August. So I'm going to go right up until I can't go anymore before I get in the car.
That'll be great. Listen, you will still be part of it.
Yep.
One of our guys, Coach Gerald Ingram, who was running backs coach here under TC, and then also Super Bowl running backs coach under TC up in New York, he will be popping in doing the fifth quarter, which is what Coach did forever. Yep. And so that'll be cool.
And I talked to him 2 days ago, and he's ready.
Oh,
he asked me, hey, when you need me? When I say, well, Coach, the fifth quarter isn't until the season starts. I say, well, if you need me anything preseason training camp, just let me know.
There's a couch here if you just want to post up.
I spent some time with him. He's going to be perfect. Number one, he's the only guy I know that likes to talk more than I do. So he'll have it out there, and he knows ball.
Yeah.
He's a good and brings a coach's perspective along with Leon as a player's perspective. It'll be good.
No more Christmas parties at your house, bro.
I know it. We were going to have one this year too, to be honest with you, but it's not going to work out.
That sucks.
Unless you want to come to Dallas.
Christmas in July.
There you go.
I'll go out there.
Yeah.
Especially if the playoffs out there at the
you might be.
World.
You're going to be welcome to come out anytime. All of you guys.
All right.
Yeah, you might be at Jerry's World for a CFP or Cotton Bowl or.
Actually, I'm going to the Texas Oklahoma game this year. I'll come see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That'd
the
be great.
Red River Rivalry.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
used
the
to
new
be a
name.
shootout.
Actually, it's the Red River Shootout.
It used to be a shootout.
That's one that I'll probably try to go to myself. You never know.
It used to be a shootout when Barry Switzer, your buddy, an old coach mate, was part of it. Venables needs to catch up a little bit, okay? Yeah. But they were able to put a knot on Sark's boys, two seasons ago, right?
Yeah.
They beat them.
That's a great day. I mean, you're at the fair, at the fairgrounds, and the fare there is outstanding.
Yeah,
and
fried
that combination goes right with it.
Yeah,
deep fried Oreos.
Oh my gosh,
deep fried butter.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I swear to God,
I believe you.
Yeah. It tastes I've tastes like a donut hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little piece of butter. It's frozen. They bread it and throw it in grease.
And let me say one other thing. The reason we came back here is because of the people here in Jacksonville.
Yes.
And I still believe that this team needs to do something for this franchise, this fan base, because they've stuck with this team. There have only been a few good years, the early years with Leon and Coach Coughlin, and 2017. We won a few games with Jack Del Rio when I was here. But in reality, this fan base deserves more than that. And I'm hopeful that this group's going to get it done. And
man, I hope so. That's what they definitely can hope for, look forward to, be a perennial playoff performer. Wouldn't that be nice?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And it hasn't happened near enough. It hasn't happened since Big Cersei's days when they had back-to-back playoff appearances, and they did it 4 years running back then. All right, we're about to hand it off right now.
Now, the 2-minute drill on 1010XL.
Lauren Brooks, helmets and heels, ready to rock and roll. 2 o'clock hour coming fast. What are you doing?
Welcome back, gentlemen.
Yeah, we're back. All of us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Celebrating.
Nice.
Yeah, celebrating by going to practice.
Yeah.
It's my favorite way to spend my birthday. I do it every year.
Yeah. So what did you see today?
I saw Trevor throw his first interception that he's thrown all camp, and he threw it to Chad Muma, who has one hand wrapped. So Liam Cohen said after practice he was glad it went right to his chest, so that way he could catch it with the one hand. And I asked Liam post-practice, like, what was your first reaction to that? Because, he's told us so many different times at this point in time, Liam has, that he's still the offensive-minded guy, but he has to appreciate what the defense is doing too. And he's like, yeah, my first reaction was I was pissed that Trevor threw a pick, but then I was like, oh, way to go, Chad. Okay. So especially with one hand.
And guys like that need to make plays, honestly.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think there's more competition battles than I thought going in. We all talked about the different ones, offensive line, safety, running back. I think there's more than that. Like it seems like they are definitely, and I'm obviously excited for Monday, but it seems like they're trying a lot of guys out. People that you might have had written off, like a Yasir Abdullah. I think he might play a role in this team based off of what we've seen so far.
Yeah, coaching will matter as far as making decisions on these guys. What's coming up?
Yeah, we're going to talk some Jaguars football, and there's been so many good things that you guys have done as well, talking to Dabo Sweeney. So I want to play people just tons of sound today and obviously react to practice number 3. And again, welcome back from Vegas, from Charlotte.
Yeah, exactly.
Lots of red-eye traveling.
Yeah.
Yes.
For you gentlemen.
Yeah. And
we're back.
I never thought I'd take an Uber from one city to another, but I did. Yeah.
That was impressive.
And it actually, thank you,
Was
Lauren.
it expensive?
Dude, this is the thing I was going to say. It was cheaper to Uber than it was to rent
a car.
Wow.
Yeah. Because it's a one-way drop, I guess. And I'm like, I'm in.
Imagine if you get a really annoying Uber driver, though.
Well,
oof, 2 hours.
Listen, the genius of AirPods.
True.
Okay? All you got to do is put them in and then kind of slink back.
I was going to ask, did you talk the whole time?
Yeah, it was no.
Right, because you are a talker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was serene and silent. It was awesome. Thank you, Lauren.
Absolutely. And Coach, we're going to miss you, as you know it.
Thank you, Lauren.
Yeah, for sure.
Too.
But he will be here until the end of August, and we'll be hanging. And like we said, a sad week, to be honest. We wrap it up. So one of our texters just sent it in. 3 iconic figures pass away just days apart. WWE superstar Hulk Hogan, 71. Rock legend Ozzy Osbourne, and then another one, Malcolm Jamal Warner of The Cosby Show, in a drowning accident. So
and Chuck Mangione.
Mangione. And there was another one that was named. Did you say Neil Diamond was in?
Neil Diamond's in critical condition from something.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So anyway, prayers up to all of them. R.I.P. That's for sure. We had a great day today. We appreciate all of y'all. You got Helmets and Heels coming up, the Frangie Show, Into the Night, and Hacker After Dark. It's all coming your way. Big Sirs, Maddie, Coach, you all have a great weekend. JJ too. Joe C. We will talk to you next week.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford.